In contemplating the narrative of Doraemon, one cannot overlook the enigmatic character of Sewashi and the portrayal of the future he presents to Nobita. While Sewashi serves as a catalyst for much of the series' premise, a critical examination reveals inconsistencies and logical gaps in his depiction of events to Nobita. This analysis seeks to scrutinize the plausibility of Sewashi's assertions and the coherence of the future he describes, raising questions about its veracity and completeness. Firstly, the narrative outlines Nobita's trajectory as one of consistent failure, culminating in the collapse of his business and subsequent bankruptcy. However, discrepancies arise when considering how Nobita managed to establish and sustain his own company for a significant period despite his purported ineptitude. Moreover, Sewashi's decision to showcase a photo album rather than employing the Time TV to provide evidence raises doubts about the authenticity of the presented future. Secondly, Sewashi's explanation of his own existence and the deterministic nature of his birth warrants scrutiny. His analogy likening the journey from Tokyo to Osaka to the inevitability of his birth regardless of historical alterations lacks coherence when subjected to closer examination. The assertion that Sewashi's birth remains unaffected by changes in history raises questions about the mechanisms underlying his existence and the selective preservation of certain events. Moreover, the concept of genetic lineage and memory displacement further complicates Sewashi's narrative. The uncertainty surrounding Sewashi's ancestry and the potential ramifications of altering past events cast doubt on the integrity of his claims. Additionally, the divergence between Sewashi's experiences and those of other characters suggests a level of inconsistency within the narrative framework. Thirdly, the incongruity of Jaiko's marriage to Nobita prompts speculation regarding her motivations and the broader implications for the storyline. The lack of clarity surrounding Jaiko's decision to marry Nobita, particularly in the absence of a relationship with Shizuka, raises questions about the underlying dynamics of the characters' interactions. Furthermore, inconsistencies in character behavior, such as Shizuka's rejection of Dekisugi in favor of Nobita, undermine the coherence of Sewashi's portrayal of future events. Fourthly, the role of Doraemon and Sewashi's culpability in his damaged state warrants examination. Sewashi's justification for Doraemon's condition, based on financial constraints and the potential for alternative outcomes, raises doubts about the validity of his assertions. Furthermore, the disparity in treatment between Sewashi and his cousins, as evidenced by their differing circumstances, suggests a level of inconsistency within the narrative. Fifthly, the moral implications of Doraemon's gadgets and their utilization by Nobita raise ethical concerns regarding the character's actions. The tension between the intended purpose of the gadgets and the admonishment against their use underscores a broader ambiguity surrounding the ethical framework of the narrative. Sixthly, the portrayal of Nobita's parents and their respective pasts introduces further complexity to the narrative. The unresolved nature of Nobita's father's encounter with a mysterious girl from the future raises questions about the continuity of events and the potential erasure of certain characters from existence. Seventhly, the discrepancy between Nobita's anticipated future and the realities of his present circumstances calls into question the reliability of Sewashi's predictions. The divergence between Sewashi's assertions and Nobita's lived experiences raises doubts about the deterministic nature of the future outlined in the narrative. Finally, the implications of Sewashi's assurances regarding the inevitability of his own birth raise ethical and philosophical considerations. The potential for divergent outcomes and the uncertainty surrounding future events challenge the deterministic worldview presented by Sewashi. In conclusion, An examination of Sewashi's depiction of the future in Doraemon reveals inconsistencies and logical gaps that undermine the coherence and plausibility of the narrative. The discrepancies highlighted in this analysis call into question the reliability of Sewashi's assertions and prompt a re-evaluation of the underlying assumptions and motivations driving the narrative. Thank you for tuning in to today's video. I trust you found it insightful. Your feedback is invaluable, so please share your thoughts in the comments section below. If you enjoyed the content, don't hesitate to show your support with a thumbs up. Stay connected for more enriching content from the international lens. And if you'd like to further support my efforts, consider buying me a coffee through the link provided in the description. Your support keeps this channel thriving. Until next time, stay inspired.